In a stuffy courtroom buzzing with murmurs and fluorescent flickers, a black woman stands accused, her posture unbowed under a forest of judgmental stares. Two officers lean into the mic, badges gleaming like threats, spinning her as defiant, lazy, criminal. The jury scribbles, the gallery nods, the script unfolding as it always does. Then, in a voice steady as steel, she delivers a truth so raw it stills every whisper. The judge's gavel freezes midair. What secret could silence a room built on shame? Setup: 245 words. Her name was Alara Thompson, a 38-year-old teacher in a weary Atlanta suburb where cracked sidewalks birthed stubborn magnolias. Every dawn, she braided her daughter's hair with gospel hums, then lit up her classroom, a patchwork of posters, crayons, and second chances. Life was survival stitched with grace, stretching paychecks, rebuilding after a broken marriage, pushing through doors that were never built for her. One August night, a taillight flickered out on her battered Honda. Blue lights bloomed behind her, bright as accusation. Hands at 10 and 2, heart hammering, she pulled over. What followed was no routine stop. Questions dripping with suspicion, demands escalating without cause, a pat-down that stripped dignity from bone. By night's end, she was cuffed, charged with resisting arrest. In a cell's chill, forehead pressed to bars, she whispered prayers for the daughter she couldn't tuck in. She didn't yet know this was prelude to a public trial designed to crush her spirit and reveal the rot beneath the uniforms. Rising action: 356 words. Weeks of delays and costs left Alara hollow. Bail emptied her savings. Absence from school left her desk haunting her students. Officers' reports dripped venom, belligerent, erratic, a statistic waiting to happen. She read the lies by lamplight, highlighter trembling. Court arrived. She wore her loosest Sunday suit, the gallery's eyes branding her guilty before a word. The prosecution's stars, two crisp uniforms, spun their script. She swerved, mouthed off, resisted. They described attitude as threat, silence as defiance, motherhood as weakness. Their lies stuck like tar, the jury nodding, pens scratching. The judge waved away objections, gavel tapping impatience. But Alara had fought for something they hadn't counted on. Dashcam footage, clawed free from red tape hours before trial. It waited in her lawyer's briefcase, a silent grenade. Climax: 290 words. The projector hummed, footage spilling cold truth. Alara's Honda pulled over smoothly, hazards blinking. No swerving, no slurs, no resistance. Just a tired woman complying. The taller officer barked orders, flashlights flicing her face. The shorter one twitched toward his holster at imagined threats. Their pat-down replayed invasive, her voice small. "Please, I have rights." She stood statue still. In the cruiser, cuffs bit wrists, her lone phone call brushed off with scorn. Silence wasn't defiance, it was survival. Then, captured in static, the taller officer muttering, another one thinking she's special. Gasps cracked the air. The gallery shifted. Jurors leaned forward. The officers blanched. Alara stood unmoved, her truth burning on the wall. Resolution and impact: 214 words. The judge's gavel struck like absolution, charges dismissed. The officers slunk away, shame staining their crisp blues. Alara stumbled free into afternoon light, daughter's braids waiting, prayers answered. But her story didn't end at the courthouse steps. The footage triggered investigations, patterns of doctored reports, disproportionate stops. Headlines spread, forums swelled. Alara returned to teaching, but with new fire. Workshops on rights, resilience, and refusal to be erased. Her victory was bitter. For every Alara, countless others never get their footage, never hear the gavel fall in their favor. Her case echoed names carved into history by injustice: Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, a reminder that justice often demands spectacle, that Black women must still bleed truth to prove humanity. The warning is clear. Systems of bias collapse only when confronted by their own shadows. How many more Alaras must replay their pain for silence to fall forever? Watch closely, demand the footage, question the script, because one voice, steady as steel, can turn a courtroom into a reckoning.